Hi, I'm Shay from Death by Burrito, and I have a passion for Mexican street food. Here are my Mexican-style crab cakes, served with mango and pomegranate salsa and a lime and chili crema. Perfect to share with family and friends. Great street food starts with great produce. The fresher the better. Here's some tips on what to look out for when buying ingredients for this dish. I would recommend going to your local fishmonger and asking him to prep and dress some crab for you. Try and get a combination of the white and the dark meat. We're going to be making a mango and pomegranate salsa. I use pomegranates a lot in a lot of my recipes. Although they're not native to Mexico, they're really great. They add a lot of flavor and colors, and they're very healthy as well. When you're shopping for pomegranates, it's really nice to try and find ones that have a good vibrant color with them. They look pretty. When you're looking for your mango, you want something that's not too soft, firm enough for you to dice really easily, but ripe enough for it to be quite sweet. Let's get back to the kitchen. So we're back in the kitchen and we're going to be making my crab cakes. Just going to grab some spring onions, a small handful, not too much. Chop the roots off, thinly slice them. Just put that in a bowl. Dice 2 celery stalks. And then we take the tomatillos. The tomatillos actually give the crab cakes its sort of a Mexican kind of twist. These are very common in Mexican cuisine. It's the base ingredient for salsa verde. And it's very similar to gooseberries. So it adds a bit of tartness. It's a perfect ingredient actually. You can get these online. Most Mexican suppliers tend to stock them. If you can't find tomatillos, don't worry about it. Your crab cakes will be fine without them. This little bad boy, don't have to worry about trying to deseed it. I like it spicy. Just gonna mince these up. And into that we add the crab meat. So I've got about 50 grams of brown crab meat. So I've got 250 grams of white crab meat. Please try and pick through it first, just to make sure that there's no bit of shell. You don't want to choke or cause yourself any injury. And then we give everything a thorough mix. The brown crab meat's really good for kind of binding everything together, and it'll help keep your crab cakes nice and firm. So if you don't have any brown crab meat, not to worry. White crab meat's absolutely fine. You're just gonna have to put the crab mixture in the fridge for a while just to firm up. It'll sort of go pink when the sort of brown crab meat's mixed through. There we go. Spoon out some mounds onto a baking tray. I'm just gonna put them in the freezer for 5 minutes just to firm them up, and it makes it easier to handle when you dip them in the egg and breadcrumb mixture. So my crab cake patties are out of the freezer. They've been there for about 10 minutes just to set. To start with, I'm gonna heat a bit of sunflower oil. I'm gonna have about a 1 centimeter depth. And then with my crab cakes, I am going to first dip them in some flour, then the egg, and then the breadcrumbs. It doesn't matter if you don't have a coating around the edges of the crab cakes, as long as you have the tops and the bottoms completely covered, it'll be perfectly fine. And there's the last one. I'm just gonna place these in the oil. So these 6 portions is just the first batch. I have another 6 in the freezer, and they'll be going in next. So we're gonna allow the crab cakes to fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until golden and crispy. So just to finish these off, I'm gonna put them in the oven for 5 minutes at a temperature of 160 degrees. So I'm making a quick salsa, pico de gallo. I'm just using 2 tomatoes for this. I'm just taking the insides of the tomatoes that you just want to use out of the fleshy part. It's easier to dice. So I'm making enough for about 3 portions. If you want to make some more, you can easily just double up the quantities, no problem at all. Dice half an onion. Some coriander. So I've just added a handful of diced coriander. We just give everything a really good mix. And just for a little bit of a twist to go with the crab cakes, I'm gonna add in some mango and pomegranate. I find it's much easier to slice the mango first and then removing the skin. Let's grab some pomegranate. Pick out the little piffs, it's not a problem. Give it a stir. And there you have my mango and pomegranate salsa. So these have been in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm just going to put them on the plate ready to serve. It's about 2 per portion, but for me, I'm having 3. Add a bit of the mango and pomegranate salsa. And to finish off, I'm just going to add a little bit of lime and coriander crema. It's basically half creme fraiche, half mayonnaise, coriander, 1 chili, and half a lime. So let's try these bad boys out. Crabs cooked through perfectly. With the crema, I'm getting a little bit of a chili kick, and the sweetness from the mango and the pomegranate is absolutely beautiful. So these are my Mexican style crab cakes. Give it a try. To make it a really balanced meal, add a carb, try Gennaro's potato salad. Click the link, and don't forget to subscribe. This recipe is from my Death by Burrito cookbook. Click on the link on the description box below to find out more.